Good morning, folks. Hope you're feeling joy today as we continue our journey of walking one another home. But whatever it is that you're feeling, know that you're in the right place to gain what you need to bring you closer to the truth of who you be. So let's settle in, take a moment of quietness, dropping into our sacred hearts. Perhaps placing your hand on your heart and a full breath into the heart. Filling up. Feeling the love in your heart and then sending love out as you gently exhale. And breathing in love. And breathing out love. And then preparing to make an offering today by bringing our hands together and tucking our chins in. We begin this day in gratitude. We open our hearts and we surrender to love. We ask love to lead the way through the minutes and the hours of this new day. We welcome joy, fun, and abundant prosperity. We know that all encounters are wholesome and that all experiences can be met with a peaceful heart that is anchored in the truth, that we are one, that we are love, and that we are free. And so we release these words and we let it be. And this morning I'm going to invite you as well, just take a moment or two to name some loved ones that might need extra grace at the moment, may need some love sent in their direction. And knowing that where mind goes, chi flows. And so all you have to do is think of them and your love will flow to them. So get ready to embrace lesson 129. Beyond this world, there is a world I want. So yesterday we loosened the chains and we were willing to let go of the world we see and just to loosen our attachment to it and any ideas that it is going to bring us happiness. So beyond this world, there is a world I want. This is the thought that follows from the one we practiced yesterday. You cannot stop with the idea the world is worthless, for unless you see that there is something else to hope for, you will only be depressed. Our emphasis is not on giving up the world, but on exchanging it for what is far more satisfying, filled with joy, and capable of offering you peace. Do you think this world can offer that to you? And that's, really posed as a question. It might be worth a little time to think once more about the value of this world. Perhaps you will concede there is no loss in letting go all thought of value here. The world you see is merciless indeed, unstable, cruel, unconcerned with you, quick to avenge, and pitiless with hate. Now, again, strong language, but this is really to drive a message home and have us recognize that most of us feel unhappy to some degree. It gives but to rescind and takes away all things that you have cherished for a while. No lasting love is found, for none is here. This is the world of time where all things end. And, we are very familiar with that, with beginnings and with endings. And I'm sure we've all had the experience of the loss of a loved one when the body falls away. And so we're being asked to place our attention on something that never, ever falls away or never disappears. Is it a loss to find a world instead where losing is impossible, where love endures forever and hate cannot exist and vengeance has no meaning? Is it a loss to find all things you really want and know they have no ending and they will remain exactly as you want them throughout time? Yet even they will be exchanged at last for what we cannot speak of. For you go from there to where words fail entirely, into a silence where the language is unspoken and yet surely understood. So we don't know quite what lies beyond, but we do know that within this body, while we're here, we can experience living in a very, very loving environment. Communication, unambiguous and plain as day, remains unlimited for all eternity. And God speaks to God's child as God's child speaks to God. So we get to be in direct communication, plain as day, forever with our divine. Their language has no words, for what they say cannot be symbolized. Their knowledge is direct and wholly shared and wholly one. How far away from this are you who would stay bound to this world? And yet, how near are you when you exchange it for the world you want? So the world beyond is beyond words, beyond language, beyond everything. However, on our way there, we stay in constant communication and communion with God. We don't know what's beyond that again, but we stay now in communion and in communication. Now is the last step certain. Now you stand an instant's space away from timelessness. Here can you only look forward, never back to see again the world you do not want. Here is the world that comes to take its place. As you unbind your mind from little things the world sets forth to keep you prisoner. Do not value them and they will disappear. Esteem them and they will seem real to you. So look at what you're energizing. Like I was saying at the prayer at the start, where mind goes, chi flows. So we energize things literally by placing our attention on them. So look upon the things of the world and don't value them. Don't energize them. Don't esteem them. Such is the choice. What loss can be for you in choosing not to value nothingness? This world holds nothing that you really want, but what you choose instead, you want indeed. Let it be given you today. It waits but for your choosing it to take the place of all the things you seek but do not want. So we spend an exhaustive amount of time seeking things that we actually do not want, that we think we want. By the way, this is not about not having any comfort in life. It's not about living at the side of the road in prayer, wearing rags. It's just about not placing a value on things that aren't ultimately going to bring you happiness. You can enjoy the stuff of this world, but don't make a god of it and don't have high expectations around it. Practice your willingness to make this change 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes at night and once more in between. Begin with this. Beyond this world, there is a world I want. I choose to see that world instead of this, for here is nothing that I really want. Then close your eyes upon the world you see, and in silent darkness watch the lights that are not of this world light one by one, until where one begins and another ends, loses all meaning as they blend in one. Today, the lights of heaven bend to you to shine upon your eyelids as you rest beyond the world of darkness. Here is light your eyes cannot behold, and yet your mind can see it plainly and can understand. A day of grace is given you today, and we give thanks. This day we realize that what you feared to lose was only loss. So there is nothing in what we're attached to. Now do we understand there is no loss, for we have seen its opposite at last, and we are grateful that the choice is made. Remember your decision hourly and take a moment to confirm your choice by laying by whatever thoughts you have and dwelling briefly only on this now. The world I see holds nothing that I want. Beyond this world, there is a world I want. So we're going to take this into meditation. I choose to see the world beyond this world. I choose to see the world I want. So let's rest into this. Gently close your eyes down, drop your awareness in. I will mind the time. Beyond this world, there is a world I want. I choose this now. When you're ready, gently lifting your gaze up and coming back. So enjoy your practice today. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And just remembering that there is something that you really, really want and it is available. That's the good news. It is available. You just got to claim it, choose it, claim it. That's mine. I want it. I want peace. I want joy. I want happiness. I want ease. I want grace. And I'm choosing that by releasing this word.